Just a little notion I have here in my mind. Don't know why I feel this way, but it's here every day. Extraterrestrials. What could it be? This thing I feel inside.
Alright everybody, peace, what's up? My name is Brother Koo, and I'm calling this session here, The War Horn, Icobin. Now look, this is a review on the last interview done on Sonetta Studios with the good brother Dr. Reverend Phil Valentine. And you had, I would call them moderators, the brothers asking the questions, which was Polite and Minister Inky. Now, I think it was a real good interview. I think that the brother Phil is smooth as they come, you know. The brother's older now. He wearing all his garbs and symbols and everything. He got the long beard. He's speaking with the... Y'all remember how Phil used to get down when he used to, oh, you, that's bull, and you know, you... And now he kicked back like, yes, well, when one, you know, he's smooth. Y'all got to give it to him. Phil is smooth. Now, the first thing that jumped out to me was when Brother Phil said that man has no beginning. For me, I get what he's saying, but it still wasn't an answer to the question that was asked. I think in these debates that's leading up to the Evolution Conference that Sonetta is having, I think on the couch what the brothers are asking is, regardless of your ideology, whether it's evolution or whether it's, you know, if you're a creationist, what they're saying is, can you give a clear, concise, and succinct process to how man as we know man, Homo sapiens sapien, this anatomical structure right here, how did that come to be? And can you articulate the process of how that came to be? For me, it don't have to be in the jargon of science, just clear so people, the regular folks, laymen's, can understand, you know? So the whole thing with man has no beginning, to me, is kind of vague, but at the same time, it's along the lines of science, because real science will tell you, they don't know. Once they get to a certain point of following those electromagnetic waves, trying to find out where the Big Bang and all of that, everything break down. They don't know. So I guess that was a cool statement. Man has no beginning. I guess that's how he sums it up. The book he mentioned, for anybody that want to go get it, was called Before the Pharaohs. I was moving too slow to jot down the author, but you could look that up. And like I say, I think Reverend Phil was really smooth. I like how he used the term plane instead of planet, and said that you just add a T at the end. I thought that was real smooth, because even modern science to tell you that, you know, that they've detected other dimensions using their science and math, and you can call a dimension another plane. So to say that this planet is just a plane of existence, I thought that was pretty smooth, and I could rock with that. I ain't got no issue with that. I want to give Brother Polite and Minister Inky a shout out. I think the brothers did a really great job with letting the elders speak. It was no interruptions. They gave that brother a lot of respect, you know, which, you know, Phil Valentine has earned. The brother's been in the community doing work for years. If you don't know who Phil Valentine is, you might have seen him on Hidden Colors. It was one or two, I'm not sure. One of the Hidden Colors documentaries. The brother's a healer, a herbologist, a metaphysician, a lecturer, a author, and a teacher of a broad range of things that deal with African consciousness. The brother is deep. You should check him out if you haven't. And another thing that came up was the word hologram. I've heard Inky use the word, and Reverend Phil used the word, Dr. Phil used the word, and I think what they're alluding to is what science calls the holographic universe, or the quantum hologram, which is like the Akashic records for people who are into Sumerian texts. In science, that would be like the same thing as the quantum, excuse me, the quantum hologram. And these holographic principles, it really lines up with Kabbalah too, that the universe is mind, you know, the mind is all, and that this is just mind, that everything is mind, everything has a mind, is generating electromagnetic field, so you got magnetism. These thoughts, again, you got ancient indigenous tribes who've been thinking this way for a long time about this concept of all as mind, believe it or not. And it's also some scientists who pursue what's called string theory actually allude to the possibility of a holographic universe and the quantum hologram and whatnot. So I thought that was interesting. Like I say, to me it was, if you wanted to reference it yourself, I would go into Kabbalah. What else do I want to say here? Now, I noticed that everybody seems to be on their science. The people that say that they're scientists, they seem to stand or go about their science religiously. They say they're not religious. I don't believe in no creationism, brother. I'm a scientist. It's all about science. But one thing that pulled me into science, the so-called modern science community, you can call them white folks, however you get down. But how they grab me is they all abide by, I guess you call it a tenet, that what we do know, we know. What we don't know, we don't know. But we're working every day to figure it out. So I don't know is actually a very wise and intelligent answer if you really don't know. But these brothers seem to be going about these theories, the theory of evolution, you know, and all these other theories as if they were going about a religious ideology. Like they holding on to it. They refuse to bend. Anybody ever heard the African proverb, a tree that won't bend won't stand the storm? You know, I understand being grounded and not being flaky, but at the same time, if you're calling yourself a science, you got to understand that things change all the time. We learn every day something new. What was true today, what is true today might not be true tomorrow. And that's just how it goes. Again, y'all, just to sum this all up, what I heard from Dr. Phil was a lot of Kabbalah Hermetic principles in his speech. That holographic universe concept, which ties into Kabbalah. The concept of everything as one. He talked about how everything, you know, is one. Again, you can go to science, to quantum physics, and you'll see that that concept is called quantum entanglement, where everything is entangled. All the molecules, atoms, or whatever, all entangled and constantly transmitting and receiving data in communication. And then he mentioned Gagu. Dr. Oyibo is the one who came up with God Almighty's grand unified theorem. He believed he came up with a unified field theorem. And Dr. Phil referenced that in regards to his other ideology, which is one element science, being that everything is just combinations of hydrogen. There's hydrogen, and you know, helium is just two hydrogen molecules, and so on and so on and so on. I could rock with that, you know. I have no disagreements with that. I have no disagreements with Dr. Oyibo. I think he's a very intelligent brother, and I like to see where he goes with his theorem. To me, one of the best questions that Polite asked was, and he got cut off for some reason, it didn't get asked, but when they were talking about the mind and all is mind, and Polite asked, you know, what about the plant kingdom, the animal kingdom? Is that also the mind of man? I thought that was interesting. I would have loved to hear Brother Valentine's answer to that, but again, it got cut off. So we had the whole concept of man as spirit and woman as matter. To me, they got that from Dr. York broke that down, you know, about men having no connection to this physical world, you know, the spirit world. We'll blow this world up. We get, you know, in the wrong mind state. And also, just the idea that women are more, attached to this material world. They care about the flowers, the bees, the trees, the things like that, beauty, nature. I can see that to a degree. Again, that's Dr. York. I think it's a lot of York philosophies going on, but nobody wants to give a brother credit. Seems like when Doc left, everybody just like pounced on him and they will spit his views, but then turn around and say everything he said was wrong. Doc did a lot for the community. Get a brother his props. So again, y'all, I'm going to end it right there. That's pretty much what I have to say on my take on the review. Shout out to Sonetta. Shout out to Sonetta Studios, House of Consciousness Productions. I rock with y'all. I've been rocking with you for years. And I hope to hear my music on one of those Sonetta videos. I got more to come. Hope this was interesting to y'all. Again, I'm Brother Cool. This is Tilted Brim TV, The War Horn. Check us out. Peace.
In a world, one man is pissed the f*** off. Perry Tyler Films presents Memoirs of a Mad Brother. Bitch. He's greased.
Hi, Mr. Tyler!
Hey! Brother! Why you so damn bitter?
I'm not bitter. I'm mad as hell.
Memoirs of a Mad Brother. Directed by Perry Tyler. Produced by Perry Tyler. Written by Perry Tyler. And starring Perry Tyler as Perry Tyler. Memoirs of a Mad Brother. Time to get pissed.